Welcome to Nimbus, ladies and gentlemen. The 32Boys1Cup continues here with the finals. Spawning here in the top left corner of the map from Yoey Flash Wolves, it's going to be the blinking Protoss, PartinG.
Number right as the blue Terran, it's GumiHo.
And since it's been a bit of time, we give some love to our sponsors for the tournament, guys. Big shout out to PartinG. They're running bets right now. It's a betting website, but it's not with real money. It's points and imaginary. It's all for fun. If you want to check out PartinG, you can sign up with promo code BaseTradeTV and get 20 free bread when you sign up there. Again, their system is very similar to that of the Partoofs here in chat, so you can, I guess, double down. The cool thing over there, though, is you can exchange your points eventually for real prizes, real life stuff, whereas here your best chance is to hope for a raffle. Of course, the other sponsors, these guys give us a headset to give away. Again, go Google the Cyrus C headset. That's the CM Storm headset we'll be giving away. We'll be raffling off after the finals is all said and done, guys. And last but not least, Chairs for Gaming. They're the sponsor for the channel. They've been with us for quite some time. Since earlier this year, they sell DX racers to Canada and the United States. We actually had, oh, you know what? I'm the worst. I kept meaning to shout this out, but we had a donation coming from Harles21 again from this guy. $20. Asking, hey, which DX racer should I buy? And he puts a picture. My new Corgi in 8 weeks. I can't click links from the donation bot, but I'll check it out and get back to you after, man. I don't have recommendations on DX racers, but I can tell you, like, mine is sturdy and comfortable, and that's all I care about.
Hybrids.
What about you?
Oh, my DX racer? Oh, yeah. It's comfy. I think it was worth the price. I actually paid mine in full too, since I got it before. But I guess I didn't have to pay as much shipping as you did.
United States curses.
Yeah, but no, I think it's worth it.
Oh, we'll take a look at that link. I'll get back to you later, man, as far as recommendations go. But this game around, okay, so PartinG. Is it safe to say he's got the cheese out of his system? I mean, I joked about it, but he's actually gone for like every cheesy Protoss build I could think of, shy of like some sort of proxy immortal bust. But
oh, that's what I'll do next.
Yeah, maybe. But this time he actually goes to the Nexus pretty quickly here. GumiHo opening with the factory follow-up. So, you know, we saw him earlier. He wanted to go for Widow Mines. Didn't really get the opportunity to use them in any game since. You know, down 2 points like this. It's still not the last life. Being that this is a best of 7, let's not forget it's first to 4 points wins, not first to 3. So PartinG still got a couple games to go, and GumiHo's got plenty of time to come back into this series.
Yeah. Going with what won him the first game, I guess. It's factory and a starport. Last time we got a Helen, it was pretty good at scouting, you know, so the natural was not taken. Much harder to scout this game, and also the natural is in fact taken. But, you know, just because the natural's taken doesn't mean anything for PartinG. PartinG can still proxy, you can still do the Twilight Council. DTs did a really great damage, but of course against a 1-base Widow Mine drop, never mind, this SCV just gets in here and scouts. So I was going to talk about how, like, you scout a lot of things with the drop, but the SCV is scouting everything anyways.
You know, Probe does die on the other side of the map. And sadly, PartinG doesn't actually get that scouting information.
No, he doesn't. And it is Nimbus, so it's not like he saw, like, hey, you don't have a natural. He has no idea.
Well, just while we got a slow opening here, guys. Folks earlier asking what can I do with... Oh, actually, it's not Widow Mines at all. It's Hellions. Just realized there was one Widow Mine over here, but...
Excuse you.
Yeah, the Hellion follow-up is something that's quite dangerous. Just a quick thing I was going to say. People asking what can you do with your Partoofs. That's what you use to purchase the raffle tickets for the headset giveaway later, guys. This is a bit awkward. Oh, hello.
There's no recall, is there? He could just drop the Marines and kill that. Well, I think there's enough dead space. Okay, he's not even gonna try.
Well, he'll kill it over here. He could actually cut them off.
That's true. You can just stop the Motion Corps from coming and helping.
Actually, that would have been a great move. There's no overcharge ready yet.
Yeah, I really wish he would have tried. I mean, oh, I actually really like this one PartinG, but
yeah, sick wall off. Nice control here out of GumiHo, though, picking up and dropping. A lot of these units are getting really weak. Not quite getting that killing blow through those stalkers. Gets on top of this probe line. Photon overcharge does go off, and now we can start trying to run out of here. Oh, so risky. But there's no overcharge for this one. This kind of sucks. Meanwhile, in front of the base, not exactly going down anytime soon. Had GumiHo actually gotten the Widow Mine up here, this would be a very different fight. The stalkers would be too scared to come up this ramp. It does focus down the medevac, so there's no escape at this point, but I don't know if GumiHo was really planning to. He's looking to do more damage, not run away.
Yeah, obviously, if you are able to save the medevac at the very least, that's fantastic. But I think he's done enough damage to warrant losing it. He's still attacking the pylon. That might go down. I know it's kind of funny because it's a Hellion, but it's still going, so maybe it actually is going to kill it.
I love that he's burrowed the Widow Mines here too, just because, you know, like what else? What else can I really do with him at this point? But the Oracle is heading across the map, maybe? It didn't burn its Pulsar Beam here at home, so it didn't have to use any energy defensively. GumiHo on the other side of the map, realizing the Oracle is out, just decide to put a Widow Mine in his mineral line. It's a really great choice.
Go, Widow Mines, go!
Oh,
go!
Stalkers, please. Okay, so this Hellion got a pylon half health, but also baited 2 Stalkers into 2 Widow Mines? Like, at first, the most useless Hellion, but then kind of really useful at the end of the day. 4 Marines are going to come over here and try and finish off that pylon, open up the doorway so that these units can just walk right in. Let's not forget the Oracle can turn on detection mode. It does take a good chunk of energy to do so, but...
Well, what do you do? Yeah, I mean, do you try and help out, kill the Marines, or do you turn on the detection?
Yeah, it's a hard choice to make. Everything here's pretty much dead, though, as he unloads it starts going down. Oh, Phoenix came out, though, to catch the medevac. That's kind of a cool move. But Widow Mines walk towards the natural, or through the main, I should say. Stalker shot goes off.
Focus fire! Oh, he just unburrows. Focus fire!
Oh, no, Parting! Oh, he gets it! There's so many times where you see that shot go off even as it dies, though. But Parting, seriously. GumiHo was so close to getting like 10 plus probe kills there. Like, oh my god.
But alright then. Tanks are on the way as well. I think this is more like for the, you know, does he really know what's going on? He's gotten good scouts, of course. He's been all over the base, but maybe thinking that maybe there's a bunch of stalkers on the way over. I'm not sure, but like, are you really gonna use the tank offensively at this point? There's 3 bases. Maybe.
Well, I mean, the thing that's kind of scary is those Phoenixes can actually graviton beam up the tanks. It really does bother me that they're not classified as massive units because of that specifically, but yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. Phoenixes out of PartinG are, I'd say they would complement his level of control, because Phoenixes do require quite a bit when it comes to PvT, but right now he's got to be careful, doesn't lose them. He's going for the medevac, but Marines get a little bit scary.
They get 1 Stalker and 1 Phoenix.
That Phoenix should not have gone down.
No, I don't even know why it was there. But GumiHo is not stopping on tanks, okay? So 2 is pretty much where you're like, okay, they was only for defense against a Protoss player. 3 is pretty much like, okay, he's going to attack with it. And I would love to see GumiHo try and make it work. But, you know, Phoenixes can lift him up, and it just seems like tanks sometimes just don't add a lot. You know, the longer the game goes on, the worse they become in most... Well, not TVT, but other matchups.
The Oracle from PartinG looking for a way to get in here. There's a turret up, though.
Yeah, 2 turrets. Extra safe.
You know, seeing the tanks is kind of a big deal. Again, like, these don't typically do a lot, but they do outrange a Colossus. They're pretty good at zoning out most ground units, but yeah, Phoenixes can just dive in pretty quickly and graviton beam them to the air.
Yeah.
I'm so glad, by the way, like, so, for example, if you graviton beam a burrowed swarm host, when it lands, it doesn't re-burrow. I'm really glad it doesn't do anything dumb like that with siege tanks, like you grab them in the air and, like, reconfigures them back to non-siege mode or something silly.
Yeah, I mean, as silly as it is to believe that you can rip something out of the ground when it's burrowed, it still makes sense that you wouldn't be able to force the tank to transform back.
Well, 4 Phoenixes, sorry, 5th one on the way. Well, this game not exactly going the way I thought it would. We've seen players like Myung-Sik pull out some really sick Phoenix control, and we've all seen the power of Phoenix versus Colossus, or Phoenix and Colossus rather, in that late game. I think one of the first times we really got our eyes open to it back with Grubby versus Joxi. I can't remember what tournament it was from, but like we came into Joxi's gonna win this so easy peasy. His PvT is God mode and Grubby's Grubby, right? But it was really surprising to see that win back then, and since then we've seen a lot of players do it. Myung-Sik's been doing it for the longest time, of course, and if you guys have been watching the Alima League every Saturday, you've also probably seen him do it there too. But
yeah, every Saturday or Monday
or Tuesday lately. Yeah, it's a bad month, November. But anyways, my point is this can work quite well. The problem with this build is it does have some holes where, like, right now PartinG doesn't have the biggest army supply. This push,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that deadly, but it's still quite scary.
I just don't know how it's going to work out. Like, usually tank pushes in TVP are like one base, like old 1-1, or they're two base and they hit pretty early, maybe not even with stim. But three base macro composition more than build, that's going to be interesting to see. And I wonder if it's going to be less or more effective against the Phoenixes. Phoenixes can pick up the tanks, but tanks can shell away at the Colossus and do like a lot of damage. I honestly don't know. GumiHo is starting to add in Vikings though, so it's not like he's only depending on them.
The sensor towers have been interesting to see, but big warp is coming here on the right side. I mean, for GumiHo's sake, keep in mind, this isn't like a mech build. This is just he went tanks to complement and accent his bio. So Stim's done here in a moment's time. He's got a lot of Marines to work with. Actually, it's a hell of a lot of Marines to work with. But
yeah. Still,
these tanks are exposed off to the side.
It's going to be a weird, like, what do you protect? What is PartinG target? It's going to be weird. I love that he's adding in a Thor, though. I mean, you have the factor on the tech lab. Usually you don't, but against Phoenixes, that's great.
So he's going to dive in here. He's a little bit scared about going for those tanks. He's actually not just crowd controlling. He's actually trying to pick them up here and go for some damage. Picks out those Phoenixes pretty quick. Problem is, PartinG's been beat back here pretty hard. He lost all of his ground forces very quickly. A couple Widowing shots and some tank fire. Lots of splash going down. And the Phoenixes, as cool as they may be, they're not going to be that effective versus this many Marines.
Tanks in a defensive position are always going to be good against any race, but they are starting to run a little thin. He now has 3 left over. His army, though, his bio army, they started to add in Marauders only recently, but that might just be enough. They get the full round on the Colossus.
Oh my
the
god.
Phoenixes are not helping.
PartinG is absolutely demolished here. He's got no upgrades. There's no +1 behind this. He's got a 3rd base, but there's no tech. I mean, there's not even Blink, for goodness sake. That seems to be like his staple move. Now he's just taking it, but like, this just feels like we watch PartinG play games 1 through 3, but it feels like we're not watching PartinG play game number 4. You know what I mean? Like, these Phoenixes are out of position, so they're not going to catch these medevacs. Oh my god, they should have picked off every single one of these medevacs before a single unit unloaded. So because of this, PartinG's natural base is probably going to go down. Oh, this is where the global bay is too, though. Oh, this is bad. This is real bad.
Weird gateway position is going to hurt his army too.
Yeah, filtering up here in a very awkward manner. This has just gone to hell very quickly.
God, no zealots, no.
GG. Alright, he took a pretty bad engagement that just snowballed out of control from there, but GumiHo brings the series back, tied up 2-2.